Hi, welcome to this quick how to help video on finding some of our basic angles. So we're going to look at straight line, vertically opposite, and around a point all in this video. So the first one that we're going to take a look at is our angles in a straight line. The first thing I want to point out is that this straight line here has these two angles being made by this line. And they will mark these angles on in slightly different positions so that you can see that they are two angles. But when you draw them all as one, you can kind of see this half moon, I call it. It's like a semicircle. If you create that half moon shape, then the angles will add up to 180 degrees every single time. So angles on a straight line must be touching each other. One of the biggest mistakes that I see is you've got your straight line. You might have a line coming out this way, a line coming out this way, and then you're trying to make these two angles equal 180. They're not touching. They're not making a half moon together. They don't follow the rule at all. Okay. So as a very, very quick example, let's put some numbers on. If this was 38 degrees and I was being asked to find that one, I know together they add up to 180. So 180, take away what I know, is going to equal what I do not know. And that is 142 degrees. So my X has to be 142 degrees because straight lines add up to 180. So if you're being asked to give a reason, you must write that down. Basically, what they're asking is, why have you just used 180 in your calculation? Okay, it's appeared from somewhere. What made you do it? And that is straight lines add up to 180. Vertically opposite then. Vertically opposite are when you've got these two angles that meet at a point, or you can think of it as two straight lines that cross. They are equal. So it's a really nice one because there's no maths required. If I tell you that is, let's say, 60 degrees, that has to be 60 degrees. Absolutely has to be. But of course, because we've got straight lines crossing, we've also got straight line rules. So if I wanted to make it a little bit more complicated, then I could add this one on. This is a straight line with this line here. And we know that straight lines add up to 180, which means I can find that missing angle as well. It has to be 120. The thing with angles is you will see things maybe in a different orientation, or you'll see things in a different order than maybe somebody else. Somebody else may have looked at that and gone, oh, there's a straight line. And there's my half moon. It's still creating 120. Okay. So vertically opposite and straight line can often get combined. Let's take a look at around a point. Around a point is exactly what it sounds like. You have a point that all the angles meet at. So my right angle, this angle here, and my third angle here are all meeting into that point. They love to use the right angle because it means that they can put a number into the question without showing it. So you have to remember that an angle equals 90 degrees. You also will note, as I show you this, that this angle here, plus this angle here, plus this angle here, all together, I've got a full turn, I've got a full circle. That equals 360 degrees. So let's do that in red quickly so it stands out. That is 360 degrees, which is my full turn, angles around a point rule, okay? They add up to 360. So if I was to now give you a question, and let's say I'm going to put 125 degrees here and ask you what this is, then our magic number, that piece of knowledge that we need, is that angles around a point are 360 degrees. So I will do 360 take away the 125, take away the 90. So I take away the angles I know to leave me the angle I don't know. When I do that piece of maths, I get 145 degrees. And that's it. Straight line, vertically opposite, and angles around a point. Hopefully you found this quick how-to video helpful. We've got more in the angle range, so please feel free to take a look at the playlist to see what it contains.